So guys, in today's video I'm going to do a new Titan ranking video, updated and detailed Titan ranking video for 2024. It is time to do a new Titan ranking, and basically you will know everything, which Titan you should get, which Titan is worth getting, and which Titans they are not worth getting. Everything, you will know everything in this video. So before I'm starting, guys, you should subscribe to the channel, activate the bell icon, smash the like button, and let's go. So guys, in the last place, the Kid Titan is in the last place. So the Kid Titan, you basically, it is a starter Titan. You get it for free when you reach a certain level as you are playing the game. So it doesn't have enough firepower. It has two beta weapons most of the times. You have the alpha weapons for only a short period of time. Has interesting ability. The stove ability, I like the stove ability. I like the key. It can be sometimes effective, but most likely, especially on high level champion league, we are talking about mainly, I'm telling you what is effective on high level champion league. It is the real deal. So on low league, maybe if you are starting the game, do not invest your resources on the kid. Save your resources and you can use it until you are getting the much better Titan, but do not invest resources on the kid. It is not worth it. Okay, so next up we have the Aing. Number 14 is the Aing. Has good amount of firepower, 2 alpha, 2 betas. Can be interesting, but nowadays it is really squishy, especially against the Newtons on high level champion league. If you're gonna use the Aing and there is a Newton on the other side with craziness weapons, easy mode weapons, Tonans, Fulgur, you can be destroyed in 1 second. So in my opinion, Aing, it is real squishy, especially on the air. So I would not recommend you to get the Aing. It is one of the weakest Titans in the game. And I'm not talking about the ultimate Aing, I'm talking about the regular Aing. It is not worth getting, in my opinion, guys. So next up, we have the Arur. So the Arur has crazy shield. You see, more than 1 million HP shield. It is actually can fight somehow against the Newtons that is all over the place on high level champion league with craziness weapons, Tonans, Fulgur. With this shield, it actually can survive it a couple of shots of these things. But in my opinion, the Arur, it is a good choice if you are a starter player because of his physical shield. Doesn't have enough durability, but his physical shield is really insane. But when you reach high level champion league, the Arur is really slow, first of all. Even Orion Mothership can destroy it really easily. So in my opinion, it is not worth getting. There are much better options than the Arur. So this is why, in my opinion, it is one of the weakest Titans, especially on high level champion league. But on low leagues, the Arur still can be something. But definitely, like I said, high level champion league, it is not worth it. The Serus, guys, the Serus, I recorded a video with the Serus. I can tell you that I was surprised a little bit because has so much durability. The ability of it has the turret that basically shooting like the Mars, but the healing, in my opinion, it is really slow. The healing is not strong enough, and the firepower doesn't have enough firepower. And the thing is, they built it in a way that it is always if there are obstacles, it's really hard to navigate with this thing. It's really hard to move. Always you hit the walls and stuff like that. So like I said, there are so many disadvantages with this robot. In my opinion, if you are looking for a healer, then know that it is much better than the Serus. It is really easy to bring it down. Minos, Indra, Luchador, Newton, even Arur can smash it really easily with his physical shield. Can survive against energy weapons. And against Serus, I think Arur can deal with this thing. Even Ming with so much firepower. Maybe the kid, maybe the Serus Titan. I can say that this is one of the weakest Titans in the game, guys. I can say it for sure. And this is one of the newest Titans in the game, but in my opinion, one of the weakest Titans in the game. Definitely do not get the Serus. There are better options than the Serus. So next up, the Heimdal. The Heimdal, in my opinion, at this point, it is not worth getting. It has 4 beta weapons, has interesting abilities. The Heimdal, it is one of the titans that it is fun to use. Has physical shield, in case you don't know. Has healing. Also, the healing power of the Heimdal is interesting. The thing is, in my opinion, they know that it's much worth. It is worth it more than the Heimdal, because the Heimdal, with the Heimdal, you have to get to be close to your allies in order to heal them, and most of the time it requires risks. And if you risk yourself too much, you most likely are gonna get destroyed. Versus Indra, versus Luchador, versus Newton. Newton lift you up with his special ability. Most likely are gonna get destroyed. So Heimdal, I saw a couple of Heimdals on High Level Champion League. It is not so bad. The thing is, there are better options. There are better options. It has interesting ability, and it actually looks really nice. The thing is, we are talking about effective, not about looks. It's not a Warbots fashion show. It is about what is the options that you should get, of course. But anyways, this is about the Heimdal. In my opinion, not worth it. There are better options. So guys, next up, the Eater. The Eater, it is not worth getting, guys. It's got a nerf on one of the recent updates. It has so many counters. Even a special ability, if there is someone with Reaper Crisis, it is counter and Reflector also, guys. So I mentioned the Minos before. The Minos, if you play the Minos and there is a Crisis Reaper, it's also countering it. But this thing, in the air, it is even more dangerous for the Eater. The Minos is on the ground, so you can use cover and stuff like that. When you fly with this thing and there is someone with Crisis Reaper, and even Newton with easy mode weapons, you can smash it really easily. With this, even with the special ability in the air, it has some kind of defense. Because of the nerf, it isn't helping much. The Eater, it is really squishy, even in the air. So definitely, I do not recommend you to level up to get the Eater. There are better options than the Eater, definitely. So next up, we have the Noens. So guys, the Noens, it is interesting, has good ability, the healing abilities. You can still support your allies from 700 meter range. The thing is, the Noens is really slow. But if you play it right, with the right set of weapons, you can still support your allies effectively. The thing is, if there is a Newton on the other side with this special ability, with, like I said, with easy mode weapons, you can get destroyed in one salvo like nothing. But in my opinion, the Noens is not so bad. I used it with the new weapons. I used it with other weapons, even with vacuum weapons. I was able to perform well, but in my opinion, there are much better options than the Noens. But if you like to support your allies, it is a great supporter. It is a great supporter, Titan supporter, definitely with his special ability. 700 meter range, you can heal. It is really effective. But then again, I think there are much better options than the Noens, so I would not recommend you to get the Noens. So next up, we have the Sharanga. So the Sharanga has 3 alpha weapons, huge amount of firepower. The thing is, it's really slow, and it is not meta against Newton, against even Indra, even Luchador, because Luchador has crazy amount of firepower. Even if you have the phase exile ability of the Sharanga, there is phase exile. You can basically stop the enemies for a few seconds. But still, after that, the Sharanga is really squishy. Even though it has huge amount of firepower, like I said, the Sharanga, you have to play real careful with this thing. If you're not playing careful with this thing, you can get smashed really easily, real squishy. Especially against Newtons over there with Tonan's full gore weapon, one-shot kill basically. And even with the new Eiffel can destroy it really easily. Also huge amount of firepower. And like I said, Indra and Luchador, yeah, you have to play real careful with this thing. And you need good teammates also on your side in order to make it effective. So it is an interesting choice, but I think there are better options than the Sharanga. So guys, the movements. So the movements is a little bit complicated. I released a video recently with the movements, and you know what? I'm surprised to see. I was surprised because I performed really well with this thing. The movement has stealth. So the movement is one of the titans that if you have the skill, you can do great things with this thing. The thing is the stealth doesn't last long enough. But if you have the skill, with EMP effect, right timing, has good amount of firepower, alpha, and like I said, I released a video with the movement, you should check it out with the new weapons. It is all about skill, but there are better options than the movements. If there is someone with quantum sensor, for example, there is a brawler titan next to you, most likely you're gonna get destroyed really easily. But sometimes with skill, you can do great things, but at this point I think, especially on high level champion league, there are better options than the movements. So yeah, this is about the movements. So next up, guys, we have the Minos. So the Minos, in my opinion, it is still one of the best titans in the game. One of the best titans in the game. And even though it is an old one, it has reflector. The reflector ability, you can protect yourself from Newton's attacks and meta stuff, you know. It has mobility, it has speed. It is really important. Even though it has 3 beta weapons, it's not a huge firepower, in my opinion, because it has speed, mobility. It is definitely, and also reflector. In my opinion, it is still one of the best titans in the game. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a chance to get it for free. So maybe some players, they already have it. And I have the Minos on my baby account, and I'm really happy with this. I released a couple of videos with the Minos, low level Minos. I have Retaliator and 1 squad. And even with that, I performed well. So definitely Minos is one of the, in my opinion, the great choices. Maybe there are better options like Indra, but in my opinion, definitely Minos is one of the, it's a good option. Definitely worth getting. The Rook. Guys, the Rook is still one of the best titans in the game. The physical shield is really strong. Still, even though good nerf, one of the recent updates, if you have the pilot for it, it's even crazier. Has good amount of firepower. The physical shield is really insane. You can basically fly to other side, or almost the other side of the map, and you can basically get most of the titans. Newtons, you will have a little bit, you are gonna struggle a little bit, but definitely the Rook, a well-leveled Rook, has crazy physical shield. In my opinion, still one of the best titans in the game. Definitely worth getting. Next up, we have the Eiffel. Guys, the Eiffel, top 5 titan in the game. Definitely one of the best titans in the game. 3 alpha weapons, 2 beta weapons. There isn't much to say about it. When he flies, has extra durability, has also debut ability, dashes and gain speed boost during his ability, and like I said, the primary ability, you basically can use all the weapons. Craziness, crazy firepower. Sometimes you can even outplay the Newton. I used the Sonic Titan weapons, one of my recent videos. I was able to outplay really easily the Newton Titan. Maybe the Newton is the best Titan in the game still, but with Eiffel, outplay the Newton sometimes, and basically you can get all the Titans. You can destroy them with Eiffel if you play it right. This is the brand new Titan, the Eiffel, and in my opinion, definitely one of the best Titans in the game. Has basically the best, the huge firepower, maybe the biggest firepower in the game. Definitely. There isn't much to say about it. Definitely worth getting if you can get it. It's the brand new Titan exclusive content, but definitely worth getting. And there is a giveaway on my channel currently as we speak it of Eiffel. You can participate. Go participate on this giveaway. You have a chance to win it for free. The Indra. The Indra, definitely top 5. In the top 5, definitely. I have the Indra on my account, my own account. I'm using it with Sonic Titan weapons. The Indra is one of the titans that is actually can fight against everything. With his special ability, has invincibility ability for a few seconds, 2 charges of the ability, Vipassana ability, and his special ability Electric Lasso. This thing is really crazy. I was able to destroy so many Luchadors, Newtons, basically all the Titans. Basically, Indra can fight against everything. In my opinion, Indra is one of the best choices the best Titans over there. Definitely. There isn't much to say about the Indra. Definitely, so many high-level Champion League players that are using the Indra. And the reason why is very simple, because the Indra is one of the best Titans in the game. At the beginning, when they first released it, I wasn't a huge fan of the Indra. You know, I like the Minos. I still like the Minos, but I think as I played with this thing, I started to like more the Indra, and I decided to choose the young Glee pilot to basically to put it on the Indra, because like I said, the Indra basically can fight against everything, especially against Newtons. So Indra, it is definitely one of the best Titans in the game, so definitely worth getting. So next up, guys, the Luchador, one of the best Titans in the game, undoubtedly has crazy amount of durability, has Reflector. This is one of the counters to the Newton. I released a video with the Luchador. I faced a couple of Newtons. I was able to destroy them really easily. I used the energy shotgun weapons, performed really well with them. It is one of the best brawler Titans in the game currently, the Luchador. And if you have the pilot and you have the right modules for this thing, this can be even crazier. Like I said, brawling weapons for one of the best brawlers Titans in the game. Definitely Luchador is one of the best Titans in the game currently, in my opinion. And finally, guys, still the best Titan in the game, in my opinion, the Newton. Basically, you can still, even though it's a little squishy, if there is a brawler Titan next to you, you can smash it really easily. But in most cases, the Newton is still the best Titan in the game, in my opinion, especially with Tonan's full pool setup. And I use the new weapons, even Discordia, Tumultus, this thing melting down everything. You don't need to get close to the enemies, you just need to keep the range. Most likely they won't have a chance even to get close to you, because you have the ability, the choke ability. That's how it's called. You have the choke ability. If you use it at the perfect time, and you can basically outplay, destroy almost every Titan in the game. Of course, you'll have to be careful from Luchador, Indra's, Minos sometimes, and also Eiffel Titan. Eiffel Titan can be dangerous to this thing, but definitely I think that best Titan in the game still also has long shot ability, as railgun dealing massive damage to the enemies. And also there is another thing I need to mention. The Newton has additional damage to Titans, 40% by default if it maxed out. It is really huge. In addition to the crazy firepower that it has, 2 alpha, 2 betas, this thing can, like I said, it is the best Titan in the game still. But most likely, it is really important to mention that most likely there will be changes, nerfs, buffs. Most likely we'll have to do it again. But this is the guide video about the Titans, guys. There is upcoming, the Ultimate Auming is coming soon to the game. It is basically it's much better than Auming. For alpha weapons, its ability has basically the decrease in the great damage. It basically has much better healing, more durability, more firepower. But the regular Titans, maybe Newton and most of the top 5 Titans in the game, they will be still better than the Ultimate Auming. But it is important to mention, probably I'll test it Ultimate Auming when it's gonna come to the live server. And then if I'll need to do another Titan ranking video, I'll do it. But this is it. This is the Titan Guide 2024 Titan Guide video. Tell me what you think about that in the comment section below. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon. And until next time, have a good day/night.